What is up, everybody? This is the Run In Podcast, Episode 2. We already filled you in on what we're going to be doing on a nightly, weekly basis, depending on whenever we feel like doing it. So if you don't know, just go ahead and go back and watch the first episode, the very beginning. We tell exactly what we're doing. I'm your host, Big B, my beautiful co-host, Gossip Barbie. Say what's up, Barbie.
Hey guys.
And we're just going to go ahead and get right down into this. Alright, Elimination Chamber is basically everything we're going to be talking about. Maybe a few, topics here and there we're going to skip to. But as far as right now, I'm wanting to get the show started with the DX confirmation that they're going to be in the Hall of Fame. Not really surprised that DX is going into the Hall of Fame. They more than deserve it. The thing that I'm surprised with is China is being actively, talked about and named. Also, as we saw in the very beginning of Raw, as we're, filming this, Raw is going on, which we'll talk about that tomorrow's episode.
Yeah.
But she was, actually named, dropped.
That really surprised me.
Really surprised me, too. I never thought China would go into the Hall of Fame. Granted, it is with a group, but she is going into the Hall of Fame. So that's something really to, I guess take a win for.
I just don't understand it. Everybody makes mistakes, and they really should have done this before she died.
They really should have. I mean, even if they didn't do it before that she died, it'd have been something nice, maybe the next year after she passed away, which, God forbid them doing it for that reason. She shouldn't have passed away anyway, but she should have, went in the following year after she passed away.
It should have really been discussed then and not, I'm pretty sure it's been a while, hasn't it?
It's been a long while. I mean, especially since she passed away, and of course since she was in WWE wrestling, it's been a good 10 plus years. And another topic on that I want to really discuss is Billy Gunn. He was also a part of DX, the badass Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
He's part of the group that's going to be inducted with DX, and he is a producer, I think, for AEW.
Really?
So, how is this going to work out? Is Vince going to let him come to the induction, or is he just going to be the vacant member that's not on stage?
That's a conflict of interest there.
It really is. Vince is really, people can say what they want in comments or whatever. I'm still going to have my opinion, just still going to have theirs. Vince is really shook about the whole AEW news, and for a company that hasn't even really debuted yet, they're not really putting their match out until, the May pay-per-view, the Double or Nothing. And Vince is already getting shook by this with the contract re-signing, with putting the belt on the Usos, which is what we're going to talk about here in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
And as we've seen at the very beginning of the Raw, the new NXT call-ups, Vince is getting shook and trying to do whatever he can to get people reinvested back in WWE before AEW comes out in May. So
it finally looks like the tables have turned and Vince has to become the kiss ass.
It really does. And, no, I'm not saying, AEW is going to, debut and WWE is going to start its downward spiral and they'll close the doors the next month. I'm not saying that. But Vince really, really has to, put more pep in his step to start signing people and to start, getting the viewers back and getting more people interested, because if things keep going the way it's going, when AEW comes out, they might turn ship. There was a point back when the Monday Night Wars were going on with WCW and WWE that WCW was killing Raw in the rating. Vince then came out with the Attitude Era, hit the reset button. The rest is history, but,
but you can't do that now. Everything's PC, and, just look at the stuff they're coming out with today.
It's very true, and I'm hoping that what Billy Gunn and what Cody Rhodes and what the Young Bucks have said is that they're hoping that AEW is just as fun as the Attitude Era, if not more fun and better. So I hope they stick to the gun to that. I don't think anything can be better than what the Attitude Era was. Yes, I'm a biased fan. I grew up during that era.
You don't think anything can be better than the Attitude Era? Have you watched ECW?
Well, ECW...
Are you kidding me?
ECW was good, and Vince has ECW to thank for the concept of the Attitude Era. But, like Paul Heyman said in an episode, I think it was SmackDown, when he was doing a shoot promo on Vince, when Stone Cold Steve Austin was drinking his first beer in WWE, Sandman was doing it way before all along.
Yeah.
So,
But,
in turn,
God.
Vince can thank ECW for the concept of the Attitude Era.
I miss ECW.
Next on the topic list that I really want to go through real quick is last night's Elimination Chamber women's tag titles. Sasha Banks, Bayley, so predictable. They were primed to win these damn titles since before they were even, unveiled. They were just being talked about, and Sasha and Bayley were like primed to win. Everybody knew they were going to win last night. There was no way they weren't going to win. And the thing that I really have the gripe about it is Sasha was a little bit banged up and unhealthy before this match. That's why she wasn't fighting on Raw the past couple of weeks before then, and Bayley was picking up the slack by herself. Can Sasha stay healthy enough to defend these titles against Raw, SmackDown, and NXT?
Yeah, during the match when they won, it looked like she was having a lot of trouble. You basically just saw Bayley the entire match until it was, it was showtime.
Yeah, pretty much. I just wonder if she could stay healthy. That's the main process right now, because she always has a problem with injuries. And if she can't stay healthy, then what are they going to do? Because they really have no other women tag teams that are viable. You can argue that Tamina and Nia, I don't even know how to go with that, because I guess Tamina and Nia could, pick up the slack, but
it just seems like they kind of thought of this last minute, because they threw together Naomi and Carmella just to, I guess, have another team, if you call it that, in the match.
Pretty much. Me personally, I think Peyton Royce, and I know you don't much care for them, but Peyton Royce and Billie Kay were more than deserving to win the tag titles last night. That's just my opinion. People may argue with me, whatever, if they want to. Peyton Royce and Billie Kay should have been the one to win last night.
No, because then I have to see more of them, and then I have to hear more of them, and honestly, it just sounds like a turkey. I hate it.
Well, now you got to see more of Sasha Banks and Bayley, and now you got to see them, 3 times a week. The same was going to be said for any of them. I don't think this was the right time for tag titles. Yes, I think that the rumor is true. There was rumors from a long time ago, and there was rumors, I think, the other day that I saw something on a Instagram post. And supposedly Trish Stratus and Lita are going to be fighting Sasha Banks and Bayley at the WrestleMania 35, and Trish Stratus and Lita are supposed to take the tag title. Wow. If they were going to do that in the first place, what is the point?
What the hell? That's what I hate about the WWE. I know there's like a women's revolution going on and everything, but it just seems like, and this goes for the men too, why do you want to promote the stars you have when you can bring back the older stars and get that nostalgia feeling?
Exactly.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I don't see why they do things like this.
They left. Let them stay gone. Give it to the people that are actually on the main roster.
Yeah, like that are there on a nightly basis. Counting live events. Give it to the people that are there, that are putting in work every night, that just don't show up. Whenever the time is right, when the money's right.
Yeah.
I don't really feel that is the right match for WrestleMania. I don't even think the women tag title should have been introduced. No, I'm not trying to hold women back or an evolution back or whatever they want to call it. I'm just saying they don't have any team. They didn't build any team. As you said, they just threw together Naomi and Carmella just for the sake of having another team. And I'm really surprised that Naomi didn't do no high-flying spot, jumping off the cage or nothing like that, because I figured that was the only reason she was in there. Because you see how they treat her in the Royal Rumble matches and things like that, and they treat her like a spot monkey, and that's all she is to them. And I'm surprised that she didn't do anything with jumping off the cage and all
Like
of
I
that.
said, it seemed very last minute put together.
It really did. That's one of the teams that felt like it was put together very last minute. Another topic. I think I'll let you handle this topic. And by me saying that, I think you know what this topic is.
The Corey Graves situation has just spiraled out of control.
Oh God, here comes Rhonda. Sorry.
Oh Lord, she's gonna go and grr. Okay, so the Corey Graves situation. I am honestly surprised that he is still calling matches, and if you're not up to date on the situation, he was caught having an affair with the current one of Carmella, which in my opinion, I'm very shocked it was not Mandy Rose.
I am too. He purrs so hard for her.
His wife released text messages, screenshots, videos. For God's sakes, he's got a video on his phone that his wife sent out. I think it was on Twitter before it was taken down, of Carmella saying happy birthday to his daughter. And there's just so much shit going on. And it turns out that Corey Graves, like as soon as the allegations came out, he sent his wife a bunch of texts saying that he was going to kill himself, to quote unquote give the kids what they need, I'm dead, I'm gone, stuff like that. And then he just turned into a complete dick.
That's how you know he's guilty.
Yeah. You messed up, your ego, stuff like this. And on top of that, he let it out that Total Divas contacted him over the affair. And it's ironic because it was rumored, I think it's still going on, that Carmella was making a Total Divas return next season.
Look how that worked out.
So, honestly, I'm thinking that they're pushing that as the focal point.
And I would not be surprised. I mean, look what they did with the John Cena and Nikki situation.
Yeah.
On Total Divas, on Total Bellas. That was the focal point, I think, last season of Total Bellas. Maybe the first of this season. I don't keep up with that trash.
No.
They made the focal point of John Cena and Nikki Bella breaking up and breaking off their engagement.
It's basically just airing dirty laundry.
It really is. And they're wanting to gain viewers because Total Divas and Total Bellas is going down the drain with viewers. So they're just trying to, dig up dirt and put it out there so that way they can regain viewers.
Corey Graves, though.
He's a douche anyway. I didn't like him before all of this.
I didn't either. But if you notice now, when they actually go to the announce table, he can't even look at the camera. And I've noticed that Renee and...
Beth Phoenix.
Yeah.
Last night, yeah.
Yeah, they were cutting him off, telling him to hush. And I swear, this dude is so pervy when it comes to the women's division.
Exactly.
It's incredible. I would hate to be the guy to have to clean up underneath the table once he's done. I'm just gonna, yeah.
Well, if you notice, it's very ironic. They did the women's chamber match first, and then after that, the next match, the table broke. They weren't going to break it, and then had the women's match because Corey wouldn't be able to do his thing.
Yeah. I know that's gross, and we're supposed to be adults about this, but the whole thing is just...
It really is. Like I said, I never was a Corey Graves fan anyway. What I thought was really funny about it was Enzo Amore, or the real one, as he likes to be called now, was on Twitter and was just going in at him and everything about Corey Graves talking about he failed as a father because his son stole second base and was doing the Enzo dance.
Yeah.
And he goes, you didn't fail as a father, you just failed as a wrestler. That's why you're sitting behind the commentator's booth.
Yeah. And one of the comments I saw on Instagram, I did not get the name, but it just tickled me pink. Like, he said, quote unquote, I knew Mela was money, just didn't know it was child support. And thank you. If I find your name, I swear I'm going to give you credit, because that was just clever as hell.
It's a really messy situation. I'm surprised Corey is still calling,
I'm surprised it wasn't Mandy Rose. I really am.
And I mean, a cheating situation isn't really what people are going to get it fired for or something like that. Look at the whole Edge, Matt Hardy, and Lita situation from back in the day. They turned it into a damn storyline on the show.
Yeah, we saw some things.
And yeah, we saw some things, the whole rated R sex scene. But I think that, during everything that's going on, I really don't think Corey Graves should be on the show. That's just me personally. I guess it's because I don't like him. But I know that I'm a podcast host and I'm not really supposed to be biased to people that I like or that I don't like. But I'm sorry. I just don't like him. He's not really a good commentator either.
No.
And people in the comments could be assholes and say, well, you're not really good podcasters. Okay, cool. But
we're not.
we're not. This is the thing that we're doing to have some fun.
We're still going to talk, and if you finish this video, it seems like you still listen. So.
Yeah, really. But, thanks for my, other view. But, another thing that I want to talk about now is the whole Lacey Evans saying last night Elimination Chamber.
What the hell was that?
Well, quote unquote, on her Instagram and Twitter, she said that she.
I like the way you say that, Twitter.
Sorry. She said that she wanted to come out and class things up for a minute in Houston.
It seriously looked like she was going to go out, do a match, forgot her keys or something, and then I left the oven on and had to run out.
Well, the thing is, Vince is supposed to be extremely high on her. And.
Why?
Wanting to give her a push, but the problem with that is she's not ring ready. She is so bad in the ring still, as you saw from the Royal Rumble. Charlotte, who I know you don't like, but Charlotte did carry her for that Royal Rumble when they were fighting. And, Charlotte is a really good pro wrestler, but...
I don't know if it's just me, but when I see people like Ruby Riott or... Charlotte or Becky, they have a presence when they walk out. But when Lacey Evans does it...
Exactly. And see, as you just stated and everything, you don't like Charlotte, but as you just stated, she has a presence when she walks out. Becky has a presence.
Yeah, just that air to them. But when she walks out, it's like, honey, are you lost?
And see, Ronda Rousey, who we are watching right now on Monday Night Raw, take on Ruby Riott, which I think is another pointless match. But anyway... As we're seeing take on Ruby Riott. Ronda Rousey is the same thing. She doesn't have that presence when she comes out.
No. Very awkward and stiff.
It's very awkward, like you said, stiff. It's very forward. She walks out all smiling, waving, and then all of a sudden gets that mean look on her face, and then walks down, sees a child, gets that smile back on her face, then looks tough again and gets in the ring. Don't do that. Come on.
Now see, if I was a wrestler, I'm a different person. If I'm a wrestler, I'm going to go... 0 to 100 real quick. Like, I see a child, I'm gonna punch a child. I'm the type of bitch that would punch toddlers. I'm kidding. But, if I'm supposed to be a bad guy, I'm gonna do stuff to make you hate me.
I'm throat punching kids trying to get to the ice cream truck.
Yeah.
At the Lacey Evans situation, I know that we just blew past that quickly. That's how irrelevant that is.
Yeah.
But...
very plain, very boring next.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about some Elimination Chamber stuff. We'll go ahead and go in on the Usos.
I was shocked.
I was too.
I was expecting it to be the same old thing because they went up against The Miz and Shane O'Mac. And I was just like, okay, well, Shane's gonna need his attention for the week and then he'll be good.
Yeah. I just jumped through a table. Did I make you proud, Papa?
Yeah. Well, technically, the one that's trying to please Papa at the moment is The Miz. And I really don't understand that at all.
I don't either. The whole storyline. It's obvious that Shane is going to turn on Miz and they're going to have a WrestleMania match. It's obvious. And one of the other things that shocked me about last night, other than the Usos winning, which I'll do more on that in a minute, but Shane didn't turn heel after they lost. I was expecting that. I was like, okay, Usos won.
Yeah.
I know why the Usos won. Okay, Shane is going to turn heel on Miz right here. This is it. They're going to pretend like they're, gathering each other up, walking up the ramp, then all of a sudden he's going to slam him into the barricade.
Yeah, and then, I'm not going to lie, it was a long time after the match that we finally got to see them backstage. And I was thinking, okay, he's gonna do it here, and
And then they
Miz
didn't.
Miz is apologizing, and he's super sorry, and he's let down his family, and stuff like that. And
But more back on the Usos. So WWE is telling me that you can get drunk, you can jump out of a car, square up to fight the police officer. The police officer can pull a taser on you, and you can get arrested for obstruction. And you still win the tag team titles. Ain't that a good message to be sending out to the kids who are screaming Uso at these pay-per-views, at these live events, at SmackDown? That you can break the law and still get rewarded.
well, that just goes to show if your boss is withholding a raise, or you didn't get that promotion you wanted, just get super drunk and go in there and fight your boss.
Really?
Monday morning, you're like the next CEO and affording that new car.
Also, the reason they won was because they didn't re-sign their contracts that WWE gave them.
Yeah.
And Vince is trying everything to keep them from going to AEW. So, and that's where they'll go.
Well, yeah, because you actually have, for the first time in a very long time, an actual competition to WWE.
Really. And they ain't even, and like I said, I said it before in the podcast, I'll probably say it again later. They haven't even debuted yet, and Vince is already doing whatever he can and sweating.
I love it. I love it that he has to do the ass kissing for once.
Really. Another thing that happened at Elimination Chamber last night was Finn Balor won the Intercontinental Championship.
I was so happy.
I was happy too. I'm glad that he won. I'm glad what happened. But it was like another one of the. Everything last night was so predictable, except for the Usos thing. I did not see that coming at all. But other than that, everything was so predictable. But, even that was because Leo Rush, it was a 2-on-1 handicap match. And there was a reason Leo Rush was in the match. So Finn Balor can pin him. Bobby Lashley loses the title, but doesn't look weak because Rush is the reason that he lost it.
Yeah.
It's so predictable. It would have been so much better if it was this Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley and he beat him that way.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden Lashley's coming out later, with Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin beating up Braun Strowman and throwing him through a table for some reason after which the highlight of my night was when Lashley dropped Leo Rush. He just slammed him down, and I got so happy. I hate that little fucker. Oh, sorry.
We've been trying to avoid, because we cuss like sailors. We've been trying to avoid it, and now we're gonna have to start a swear jar.
Looks like the hour is up for the man of the hour, as he liked to call himself.
I cannot stand Leo Rush. Every time he gets on a mic, I just get this incredible headache. And I just can't.
I'm going to have to edit out that line. Anyway, next we're going to go with the Rousey Riot match that was last night at Elimination Chamber. We're having it again tonight on Raw as we speak. And a pointless match.
It was.
It lasted like 30 seconds. The whole reason they had the match was so that way they had a reason for Charlotte to be out there and Becky to be out there, and
yeah,
I mean, it's the only reason it was there. Why even have the match? Why put Ruby Riott through that? I mean, poor Ruby Riott, poor Riott Squad, for that matter.
Yeah, like she could have been doing something way better besides just taking 30 seconds out of her time to go and look stupid, basically.
Ronda didn't debut, but Ronda had a contract signing at the Elimination Chamber last year to fight Triple H and Stephanie at WrestleMania with Kurt Angle as her partner. Why not do another contract signing this year? Have a contract signing between Ronda and Charlotte. Have Becky come out and crash that. They didn't get to sign the contract because Becky come out and crashed it and beat them up.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to try it again, at a later date to sign the contract for WrestleMania. So why not do that? That would have been so much better and made so much more sense.
Yeah.
So, and still have time to add Becky to the match, which she's going to get added. It's coming. Everybody
It
knows
better.
it. Another thing I want to talk about is with the whole Braun Strowman and Baron Corbin thing last night. Um, that match shouldn't even have been on the Elimination Chamber card to begin with. I mean, the Revival won the Raw Tag titles. They could have been on it fighting somebody. Defend those
Yeah.
titles. Asuka. Where the hell is Asuka? She hasn't been on TV in weeks. She could have been defending her title. R-Truth. Where's R-Truth? He could have been defending his newly won U.S. title. Like, we have all these titles that could have been defended last night, but yet we're throwing Baron Corbin and Braun Strowman out there.
Yeah. Like, their matches are always really boring. Just like tonight on Raw, I was so bored, I actually searched what the tape Braun Strowman was wearing on his body actually did. And if you're wondering, it helps with joint pains and stretched tendons.
Another interesting thing about the Braun Strowman Baron Corbin thing and the whole McIntyre and Lashley coming out to help him. This is all supposed to lead to Roman Reigns coming back. Now, whether he's coming back to wrestle, probably not. But this is just a rumor that I read on a few websites, wrestling websites, is that Roman Reigns could lead into his possible return because Braun Strowman has no help, has no friends, and it's also the reason that Dean Ambrose had turned back to a face was because it's basically going to be Dean Ambrose is going to help Braun Strowman take out McIntyre and Lashley and Corbin.
Yeah.
So that's the ball that's supposed to be rolling on that. It's rumor. The whole thing with Reigns is everybody that says that he's going through leukemia right now is he's doing really well and he's taking it really well. So
I just have a couple of statements about that. I'm not saying Roman Reigns doesn't have leukemia. What I am saying, though, is that if you do have leukemia, and of course you retire for a little bit, you should be at home resting with your family and doing what the doctors tell you. You shouldn't be posing for pictures on Instagram promoting your new movie with The Rock, with, Hobbs and Shaw?
Yeah, the Fast and Furious spinoff.
Yeah, you should not be on a...
Nickelodeon on some show.
Yeah, some Nickelodeon show. And, for families that have seen what chemo does to people...
Well, you witnessed what chemo does to people, is what you were telling me.
He should be out a lot longer. And, like I said,
he looks too healthy to me.
Yes. I'm not saying he doesn't have leukemia. But if you really, seriously use leukemia as an excuse to go and finish up a movie or go and shoot some TV show, you're a dick.
Now, for the people that hear this, if you leave any comments or whatever, don't be a dick. We're not saying that he doesn't have leukemia. We're not saying that he's making it all up. We're just saying that, it's just... Stay
at home, get healthy, make a return when you feel like it's right.
Yes, you don't need to be out doing all of these things. Supposedly when I saw a post of him, he was supposed to be in Hawaii for some rest and relaxation for his chemo treatments and everything. But yet, we found out later that he was in Hawaii shooting Hobbs and Shaw with The Rock.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's fine. But I'm not saying that he does not have leukemia. I'm not saying that, it's bullshit. I'm not saying that it's fake or anything.
Just
so nobody in the comment troll. So
yeah, you are never promised tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Spend time with your kids. Spend time with your family. Rest. Take this time away from WWE to focus on yourself and your health.
Exactly. Don't rush into anything at all. I just don't understand what he's trying to do. He just needs to focus on, like you said, getting better, get well, rest, get better, and come back when the time is right. The thing about it is, WWE is always going to be there. Yeah. Like CM Punk said, the wheel's going to keep churning, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Little last issue of business that
I totally thought you just said little ass. I'm sorry. Go ahead. It's been a long day.
like to issue of business. Save the best for last. Kofi.
Kofi.
That's not an elimination chamber. Obviously, he wasn't going to win.
I know.
But I was still pulling for him. Still hoping maybe WWE was going to pull that swerve. It is Black History Month after all. Figured Vince would do something at least for the rest of February, but...
Like, I was beating on my couch. I was screaming. I know he wasn't going to win. But, my God, that was just, like, one of his best matches.
Well, one of the best comments that I saw that I think you read off to me was they were talking about, it being Black History Month, and one of the guys in the comments said, "Hey Vince, you can celebrate black people every day too, right?"
Yeah. Like, it's not just February.
Kofi put on a hell of a match, hell of a showing. I mean, it was one of the greatest, things I've seen out of him. I mean, he was the underdog. He won everybody's hearts last night at the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
If you wasn't a fan of Kofi before, you're a fan of Kofi now.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. There was a few botches here and there.
Well, at first, he was trying to go too fast.
Yeah. But he finally slowed down, got things rolling. Oh, my God. When poor Kofi hit that glass, and I don't know if it was supposed to break. I don't know if he was supposed to flip off of it. But, oh my God, it looked like it hurt.
It did. And aside from that, another funny thing that I saw, because there was a legit point in the match where AJ Styles legitimately got stuck on the rope.
Yes.
his shin guard or whatever it is on his boot got stuck on the rope. He was legitimately stuck in the rope for about a minute or two and was smacking the referee away.
The poor referee was just trying to help AJ Styles get his shoe off the rope. And he was being a dick. And
then he finally got free, which I guess he was trying to get ready for his next spot. He was trying to get freed, and I think it was Randy Orton who come and slung him back down into the corner.
Yeah, if you missed it, you really didn't miss anything. AJ Styles just hung out on the ropes and in the corner for a very long time.
Yeah, AJ had one good spot, and that was when he did the phenomenal forearm to the back of Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan was trying to climb the cage. Which I really don't understand what people are trying to do when they're climbing this cage. They have nowhere to go. So, I don't see why people are climbing the cage, trying to get away from somebody. You do realize that they can climb it too and get you. It's not like a steel cage match and, they're... you can go over on the other side and get out of this thing.
Yeah.
I don't really understand. I mean, it's things like that. I know this is, sports entertainment. This is scripted wrestling. I know that. I totally understand that. But things like that just, really, really gets me. Is people, WWE is like, okay, these people are not really going to know what's going on here. These dummies, they're going to fall for it. Like, okay, I see that Daniel Bryan is trying to climb this cage. Obviously, he's not trying to escape, so what the hell is he doing? It didn't make no sense to me. Things like that.
Oh, damn, took a wrong turn.
Really, I don't understand what they're trying to do. It just, and like when, in the women's match, when Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan was trying to hide out, and this I did parentheses for the people that can't see, was trying to hide out on top of their chamber pod and everything after they got out. Like, they really thought that people couldn't climb up there and get them and, do something about it. I don't understand what people are doing in these matches sometimes. And one last thing, and I know that the Royal Rumble is already a month, past. But a thing that gets me in the Royal Rumble that I've got to talk about now that I get so tickled about is when someone is trying to eliminate somebody. A wrestler that is on the other side of the ring comes over and hits the guy that is trying to eliminate this person. Why not help him eliminate this person and knock him out? I mean, I know it's not scripted for this person to be eliminated yet, and he still has a lot to do in the match and more spots to do. But the thing that I did get so tickled about that. I'm just like, baffled in my mind. Like, why not help throw him out? You have a better chance of winning. One person gone already.
Yeah.
I just get so tickled at stuff like that. The Elimination Chamber thing made me think about that. But Oh my goodness. Just everybody, thank you for joining us today. If you did join us, this is the episode 2 of the Run In podcast. We will have more coming. We'll probably be here tomorrow with the Monday Night Raw, everything that just happened with it. Also, we're going to be having the gaming channel, the beauty channel, sports channel with NASCAR and everything else coming very soon. We're going to be upgrading our channel very soon. We're going to have music, video effects, probably have videos of us very soon. Just hang in with us. Please subscribe. Please like. Please share our content. Follow us on Instagram. Me at BigB912.
And at Gothic Barbie 25. Also, if you listen to the full video, make sure you put a comment saying Kofi.
Kofi. Hashtag Kofi.
I love saying Kofi.
Oh my God. Alright guys, we will see you, or well not see you, but we will talk to you tomorrow with the Monday Night Raw reactions and topic podcast. I'm Big B, that's Gossip Barbie. Peace out, y'all.
Bye.